So those are images of the CBI team which is reached on the spot. We'll try and connect with my colleague.
जो वहाँ पर एक्सीडेंट हुई वहाँ पर सीबीआई के ऑफिसर को लेकर जो रेलवे प्रोटेक्शन फोर्स के जो ऑफिस जवान है वो आगे की तरफ वो ले जा रहे हैं। दरअसल फिलहाल वो ट्रैक पर पहुंचते हम देख सकते हैं कि एक दो सीबीआई के अफसर, हालांकि उन्होंने बात नहीं की जिस बात के इंतजार चल रहा था कि सीबीआई कब पहुंचे, क्योंकि तफ्तीश में अब बहुत अहम भूमिका सीबीआई की होने वाली है। सीबीआई के अफसर आप देखिए फिलहाल मौके पर पहुंच चुकी है, सीबीआई मौके पर पहुंच चुकी है। वहां पर हम देख सकते हैं कि जो फिलहाल पहले जो रेल फाटक है वहां पर वो पहुंचे और उनके साथ जो आरपीएफ के जो जवान हैं और उसके साथ साथ जो फोर्स है उन्हें धीरे धीरे रास्ता दिखाते हुए वहां पर पहुंचे। बहुत अहम हो जाती है इस वक्त पर सीबीआई का यहां पर पहुंचना, क्योंकि कई सारे सवाल जो है वो उठ रहे हैं। सवाल नंबर 1 कि इंटरलॉकिंग सिस्टम में क्या खराबी थी, क्या ये तकनीकी गलती है या फिर इसके पीछे कोई साजिश थी, इन सब चीजों को लेकर सवाल उठते हैं। और हमने देखा है कि फिलहाल वहां पर वो पहुंच चुके हैं। इन सब चीजों को लेकर सवाल किया जाएगा और पूछताछ की जाएगी और इसी सिलसिले में सीबीआई मौके पर पहुंचती हुई। कैमरा पर्सन शामसुंदर घोष के साथ ऋतिक, आज तक के लिए।
Of course, my colleague Hrithik Mondal reporting from Balasore. The CBI team has now reached the accident site. There are forensic experts as well who they are likely to be assisted with in order to gather all evidences from the accident site. They've already been collecting documents from railway officials that they've been coordinating with since they took over this case. They've now formally taken it over and begun their investigation. Very specifically, they will be, of course, probing the sabotage angle. Hrithik Mondal, my colleague, is now joining me live from, in fact, the location. Hrithik, give us more details about the team that has reached the accident site. Okay, we'll try and reconnect with my colleague Hrithik. Aditya Vaibhav is also in Balasore. Aditya, bring us more details about the team that has reached the accident site.
Well, exactly. As far as Balasore incident is concerned, of course, the railway authorities have technically escalated the entire incident, and now we have been given to understand that a CBI team has been designated to actually probe into the entire matter. You can categorically see in the visuals that there are probe going on and there are people who are actually inspecting the site of accident. Interesting to note here is the fact that the way the carnage was rigged and the way the entire thing was taken up, initially the first input suggested that it could be due to some technical glitches, but then the CBI has been called, and this is something that raises questions on the sabotage angle, because CBI is an agency that has specialization of investigating crimes, but not the technical, you can say. But you can categorically see in the visuals that investigation is going on and more inputs are likely shortly.
Okay. Aditya, they're of course chasing that team. Aditya, I'll let you catch a breath over there, but Aditya, they're reporting that the CBI team has in fact arrived at the Balasore site at the moment. Like Aditya pointed out, CBI is an agency that specifically looks into the crime, quote-unquote, angle, not the technical aspect. So it makes it very clear that the CBI will be probing the sabotage angle if there was any sort of deliberate or criminal act by any person as far as this very tragic incident is concerned that claimed the lives of 278. The agency will also be trying to establish if at all there was any negligence on the part of any on-duty railway staff as well. They will be investigating into the electronic interlocking system, remember, which has been hinted at as the reason for why the Coromandel Express in fact changed tracks when it wasn't supposed to, then colliding into the goods train and some of its bogies then colliding into the Yashwantpur Express train as well. Who was responsible for that track change will be one of the points of investigation as far as the CBI is concerned, could clearly throw light on what was the cause behind this accident? Was it deliberate? Was there sabotage involved, or was this negligence? Was this a technical glitch that unfortunately claimed as many innocent lives? That is, of course, going to be the point of investigation as far as the CBI is concerned. Aditya is live with us from the Balasore area, where in fact this incident took place in Balasore district. Aditya, the CBI, as you pointed out, will be looking into the quote-unquote the criminal aspect of this accident. Clearly, the Railways Department, which was initially investigating this case, of course, the investigation by the Commissioner for Railway Safety will carry on, but they suspected that there is more to it than meets the eye, which is why they recommended that the CBI, the premier investigating agency of the country, probe this accident. Aditya.
Well, exactly, Paulomi. As far as the CBI is concerned, of course, they have had already a good reputation of probing into the criminal angles, but you can categorically see in the visuals that the policemen who have been deployed here by the authorities, they are not actually allowing media cameras to move further onward. We tried to barge into the actual probe area, but then we were not allowed, and you can categorically see the heavy bandobast that has been done here and the security that has been beefed up to ensure that nobody actually accesses that particular place where the actual evidences are being collected by the premier agency. Back to you.
Okay, let's listen into this report that my colleague Hrithik Mondal is also filing from the same spot.
I will take the CBI officials have been, taken through these tracks where these mangled bodies were found right after that massive accident. We can see now CBI will be probing this thing, and this is going to be very, at this juncture of, at this point of juncture, CBI's probe is going to be very important. What we know that the officials are reaching there. What we can see that other officials are also assisting them, so this is going to be very crucial at this point of juncture, and what we know, they will definitely carry out several investigation, raising questions related to the systems of this particular Bahanagar rail station, involving several railway staff, including the advanced that interlocking system which is being installed in this particular section of the station, and also the relay room. These are going to be thoroughly investigated and inspected by the CBI officials, what we are picking up at this point in time. With camera person Shamchandra Ghosh, this is Hrithik for India Today.
Okay, so that is of course the report that my colleague Hrithik Mondal has filed from the spot as well. This is from the Bahanagar Bazaar station in Balasore district, where Aditya Vaibhav, my colleague, is also present. Those images on your screens of the CBI team which arrived earlier at the accident site. Again, who are they likely to meet with, question, interrogate during this time that they spend at the accident site and at the station, the Bahanagar Bazaar station, Aditya?
Well, exactly, Paulomi. As far as the investigation is concerned, of course, the first-hand eyewitnesses are somebody who will be questioned initially, and then also the probing team will actually technically look into what technicalities actually led to what happened. You can categorically see in the visuals that the policemen deployed here, they are actually escorting media crew back from the spot, and they are not actually allowing media to technically shoot the entire probe. But then this is something that you need to understand, that this is an ongoing probe into the deaths of more than 250 people due to some cause which is being investigated. Initially the cause was attributed as something like a technical glitch, but then the CBI has been called, and this is the time when the authorities even are now guarding the entire place, and they are actually trying to protect the evidences whatsoever could have been left by now. But then the probe is on and accountability needs to be fixed, Paulomi.
Okay. Aditya, they're reporting from the accident site in Balasore in Odisha.